Which feels like only a few seconds have passed. The 5-year-old son turned into a young man. 13 years have passed. The man asked if he had developed a cure for himself. The answer was no. The man was very frustrated. He could only be awakened 4 times. The boy said, "I'm getting married." The man said, "Just a little thing. You wake me up?" Until the subordinate said that the woman is the daughter of a big official. Only then did the man smile a little bit. The engagement site. Both parents are very satisfied. Suddenly a girl barged in. She threw a big handful of money at the boy. She also yelled at him for being a trash. After the woman's trouble, the marriage could not be tied. The man was angry, half dead. Back home, he ordered his son to get the official's daughter back. At that moment, the device on his body went off. The man had to go back immediately to freeze. The man said to his son, "Don't let me down again." The man returns to the cryo chamber. When he was awakened again, another 10 years had passed. Unfortunately, the antidote has not yet been developed. In the corridor, he meets a woman holding a child, the same shrew who made a scene at the engagement. The man understands that his impotent son has chosen her after all. The two had a child together. The daughter-in-law says she woke the man up. The boy was locked up for making false accounts. Needed the man to step in to set things right. Again, he had to wipe his son's ass. Wasted a chance to be awakened. The man was furious. He said that if his son had listened to him and stayed with the daughter of a big official, now there would not be all these tedious things. The father and son had a big fight. He still helped his son to testify in court. After the court hearing, the daughter-in-law told the man, it's not entirely the son's fault. It was the man's subordinates who betrayed him. The subordinate had secretly poached the company's top management. The son was also in trouble for the company. I didn't expect such a thing to happen. The man ran back to the company in anger. He met his subordinate who was leaving the office. When the subordinate saw him, he turned around and ran. Suddenly the man felt dizzy. He had been outside for too long. The man fell to the ground in pain. He was quickly returned to the freezer. Awakened for the 3rd time, the man was desperate to settle the score with his subordinate, but the subordinate had died last year. By now, his son had become like him. Finally the man waited for good news. The antidote was developed successfully. The son looked serious and said the drug was still in clinical trials. It would be 6 years before it could be used. The man had only one chance to be awakened. The man says, "You idiot, why are you waking me up now?" The son says, "Today is my birthday." The man thinks his son must be crazy. Instead, the son insists that his father spend his birthday with him. After the company went bankrupt, the son sold his mansion. He rented a small, run-down house. The man is simply disappointed. He meets his daughter-in-law again. The grandson has also grown up. The children and grandchildren go out to pick up a cake. The man suddenly felt that he had missed so much. His son's childhood, his son's marriage, the growth of his grandson. He found the telescope he gave his son back then, which he still kept. Maybe he was too hard on his son. The present is the life his son wants. Inadvertently, the man saw the medicine in the drawer. His son had the same disease as himself. This means that his son's time is running out. This time the man stayed for a long time. The family blew out candles and ate cake together. A man who had struggled for money all his life. It was in this humble room that he felt stability and warmth for the first time. At night, the son suggested that the two of them go to see the stars again. The man did not refuse. Father and son went to the top of the mountain just like they did 40 years ago. The man knew that his son did not wake him up to spend his birthday together, but to say goodbye to himself.